Welcome to Primal Plus. In today's video, we're diving deep into the subtle yet powerful signs that can show when a woman wants you to touch her. These clues can be easy to miss, but once you know what to look for, it becomes much easier to understand the unspoken signals she might be sending. Stay tuned as we uncover the 6 key signs to look out for, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more insightful content. 6 signs she wants you to touch her. Did you know that over 90% of human communication is nonverbal? That means attraction isn't just about what she says, it's about what she does, the way she moves, the little gestures she makes, the subtle cues she gives. All of it reveals what's really going on in her mind. And today, I'll be breaking down 6 undeniable signs that a woman is not just comfortable with your touch. How? But she might actually be waiting for you to make a move. Welcome to Bond Chronicle, your go-to channel for real relatable advice on navigating the complexities of love and relationships. But here's the thing, most men completely miss these signals. They either hesitate too long or misread the situation, which can make things awkward. So if you want to know exactly when the moment is, right, stick around till the end, because I have a bonus sign that's so obvious. It's practically an invitation sign. Number 1, she's closing the distance. Have you ever been sitting with a woman and noticed that little by little she's getting closer? Maybe she leans in when you talk, shifts in her seat so that your arms or legs are almost touching, or chooses to sit beside you when there's plenty of space elsewhere. That's not just coincidence, it's a nonverbal invitation for more closeness. Humans naturally have an instinct for personal space. We keep a comfortable distance between ourselves and people we're neutral about, but when someone is interested in you, that personal space shrinks intentionally. Picture this, you're at a cafe, there's an entire booth, but instead of sitting across from you, she slides into the seat beside you. Or maybe you're standing in a group, and instead of keeping a neutral distance, she keeps inching closer, almost as if the space between you doesn't exist. These moves mean something. She's comfortable in your space, and she might be waiting for you to notice. This kind of behavior is deeply rooted in psychology, according to research on proxemic, the study of personal space. People closed the gap when they feel emotionally or physically connected to someone. So if she's doing this, she's sending a very clear message, one that you don't want to ignore. Sign number 2, she's testing the waters. Most women don't just go straight for physical touch. Instead, they test the waters with small, seemingly innocent touches, brushing a speck of lint off your shirt, adjusting your WT, or playfully pushing your arm when she laughs. But here's what most men miss. These aren't random gestures. They're intentional, calculated, and full of meaning. Let's say you're talking, and she suddenly reaches out to fix your collar, or smooth out an imaginary wrinkle on your sleeve. Or maybe she lightly taps your arm after you say something funny. It might seem like nothing, but in reality, she's checking your reaction. Does he flinch? Does he lean in? Does he reciprocate? A woman's touch is often deliberate. She's looking for subtle signals from you that say, I like this, or I'm comfortable with this. If you don't react at all, she might assume you're not interested. But if you smile, lean in slightly, or touch her back in a natural way, you're letting her know, I see what you're doing. And I like it. This is how attraction escalates. It starts with subtle touches, testing the waters, before moving to something more intentional. If she's doing this, it's because she wants to see where you stand. Sign number 3, eye contact. There's something powerful about eye contact, especially when it lingers just a second longer than usual. When a woman is attracted to you, she won't just glance at you, she'll look at you, and when she does, there's often a warmth in her gaze, a kind of quiet signal that says, I see you, I want you to see me too, here's a scenario, your mid-con conversation, and she holds eye contact for just a little longer than normal. Maybe her pupils dilate slightly, or she blinks slower, almost deliberately. That's not by accident, according to a study published in the Journal of Research in Personality. Prolonged eye contact can actually increase feelings of connection and intimacy. In other words, when she locks eyes with you, Her brain is reinforcing that sense of attraction. It's a biological response. You don't make long, deep eye contact with people you're not interested in. And there's another layer to this. Pay attention to how she reacts when you look back at her. Does she smile? Does she glance down, shill before looking back? These micro-expressions are subtle hints that she's engaged, interested, and maybe even hoping you'll take things a step further. Sign number 4, excuses to be close. Sometimes attraction isn't about what she says, it's about what she does. And one of the biggest giveaways, she finds excuses to be close to you. Think about it. If someone isn't interested, they naturally keep their distance. But if she's constantly breaking that invisible barrier between you, she's signaling that she's comfortable with physical closeness. And she wants you to notice maybe she reaches out to adjust your collar, smooth out a wrinkle on your shirt, or even fix your hair. These might seem like innocent gestures, but they're loaded with meaning. And here's the key, it's not just about the action, it's about the energy behind it. Pay attention to her body language. If she leans in while adjusting your tie, if she maintains eye contact, or if she lets her fingers linger just a second longer than necessary, that's not politeness, that's interest. Another clue, where she chooses to sit. If you're at a gathering or a restaurant and she has plenty of options, but picks the seat closest to you, she's telling you something without saying a word. Women don't position themselves near men. They don't want to be around. So if she keeps finding ways to be physically near, you take it as a sign she's not just comfortable with your presence, she's inviting more of it. Sign number 5, mirroring. This one is subtle. But once you know what to look for, it's impossible to miss. Mirroring is a subconscious behavior. When someone is engaged with you, they naturally start to copy your movements, gestures, and even tone of voice. It's the brain's way of saying, I feel connected to you. Here's what it looks like in action. You take a sip of your drink, and a few seconds later, she does the same. You lean back in your chair, and without even realizing it, she mirrors your movement. Now, this isn't something she's consciously trying to do. It's completely instinctual, and that's what makes it so powerful. According to research on nonverbal synchrony, mirroring is a strong indicator of emotional connection and attraction. A study published in the Journal of Nonverbal Behavior found that when two people are interested in each other, their body language naturally SS up. It's like an unspoken rhythm that pulls them closer together. So the next time you're talking to her, test. It adjusts your posture slightly, cross your arms or shift in your seat. If she subconsciously follows suit, that's a clear sign she's tuned into to you and she likes what she sees. Sign number 6, compliments on your physical presence. Women are naturally observant, especially when they're interested in someone. And one of the most telling signs, she starts noticing the little details about you. If she's drawn to you, she won't just compliment your personality, she'll make remarks about your physical presence. Maybe she says you always smell amazing, or she casually mentions that shirt looks really good on you, or maybe she notices something most people wouldn't like, your hands, your jawline, or the way you carry yourself. Here's what most men miss. These comments aren't random. They're subtle ways of expressing attraction without being too direct. A woman doesn't mention your scent unless she's paying attention to it. She doesn't compliment your hands unless she's imagining what it feels like to be touched by them. And here's the real giveaway, the way she delivers the compliment. Does she say it with a little smile? Does she hold old eye contact while she says it does? She pair it with a light touch on your arm. These little cues add up, and if you're paying attention, you'll know exactly when a compliment is more than just words. Because when a woman starts noticing the details about you, it means she's already thinking about you more than you realise. Eyes, if you've made it this far, comment got it down below. Let's see who's part of the real Bond Chronicle community. The ones who pay attention to the details. Bonus point. Her touch lingers just a little longer. This is the ultimate sign, the kind that doesn't happen by accident. It's not just a quick tap on the arm, a casual brush against you, or an incidental nudge. It's a moment that lasts a second longer than it needs to. Here's what I mean. Let's say she's handing you something, maybe your phone, your jacket, or even just a pen instead of just passing it over her fingers. Rest on yours for a fraction of a second longer. It's so subtle that if you're not paying attention, you'll miss it or picture this. You're saying goodbye, and she leans in for a hug. But instead of the quick, friendly embrace most people give, she lingers. Her arms stay wrapped around you a moment longer. Her body pressed against yours just enough to feel intentional. Unlike casual touches, a lingering touch requires deliberate effort. It's her way of saying, I like this. I like being close to you. It's a form of silent communication, one that speaks volumes without a single word. If you notice this happening, it's probably not random. It's a sign, one of the clearest ones you'll ever get. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. It helps us grow and reach more people. Subscribe to Bond Cron for daily relationship insights, and share this video with someone who might need it. And if you're still here, we've recommended a video on your screen that we think you'll love. Click it now, and we'll see you back tomorrow.